One of the best things that happened in my life was enlisting into the Marine Corps. Second best thing was sports. In business, I get to combine both, and that's why we call it the Entrepreneuship. What's cracking, everybody? My name's Smart Guy, Matt Sapaula here, hailing to you for the Free Enterprise War event here in San Antonio, Texas. I'm here with former NFL pro cornerback DJ White. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Your wife's here. Your wife's here too as well.
That's right.
It's good to see you both here. So DJ, let's talk about it, man. Sports. So what you got involved? Did you play any other positions? I was asking your boy here a second ago. Did you play any other position outside of just cornerback?
I did, man. So coming up, I played running back, receiver, a little bit of safety, linebacker, whatever I could do to help the team.
So in other words, you knew the offense, but you specialized on the defense.
That's right. I mean, coming up, you know, as athletes, man, you play a little bit of everything, you know, rec ball, whatever, but when you start getting to college, you start becoming more specialized.
When did you know you were good?
Ooh, since I was little, man, maybe 5 years old.
Yeah.
Football wasn't my first sport, though.
What was it?
Baseball was.
Really?
So I played baseball from the time I was 5 to when I was 12, and then I picked up football a little bit later.
So why'd you stick with football versus stick with baseball?
I just like the action of it, man. There was something going on with every play. Sometimes in baseball, you can be stuck in the outfield and nothing
goes on.
But football, something's always going on, man.
Every play.
Every play.
Yeah.
Every play.
You're hitting somebody, contact.
That's
right. When you realize you were good and you started, you know, just like any competitor, you're kind of like sizing people up. What did you know that was different about you versus a lot of people that you're competing with? Anything stick out?
Yeah, number one was my speed physically, right? I was always faster than everybody coming up. But I think the biggest thing was competitive instinct. Yeah. Like I really wanted to win, right? And I didn't want to take a backseat to anybody.
So one thing I noticed is that, you know, a lot of guys that are men amongst boys in high school, they stick out, right? They're intercepting everything. But you get to college, everybody's good. You know, everybody's good, everybody's fast, everybody's strong. Right? Speaking of strength, man, dude, how many times you benched the combine 225?
17.
Come on, man. That's awesome, bro.
Thank you.
So, and then what was your 40 time?
4.4.
Man, it's quick. It's fast and quick. So what did it feel like, man, to get drafted by KC?
For me, it was a combination of excitement and relief. Because, you know, I thought I was going to go a little bit earlier than the 6th round, so I was kind of getting a little bit anxious. But when I got that phone call, man, it was just one big, like, exhale.
Yeah. Because you went to Georgia Tech. Of course, people in the Midwest know about Megatron and went to Georgia Tech. You know, I mean, were they talking about you going pro already in like your freshman, sophomore, junior year in college at Georgia Tech?
After my junior year.
That was my breakout season.
Was there something a coach told you that started making you believe more in your capacity, your skill set?
I wouldn't say a coach. I would say it's my dad. I would talk to my dad all the time about how I wanted to be a pro ball player. And I think it was after my freshman year, man, he said something really profound to me. He said, DJ, what are you doing to improve yourself? I'm like, Dad, I ain't got this many hours in a day. I'm in school and blah, blah, blah. And he told me something that always stuck with me. He said, don't have a pity party, because those are expensive.
Yeah.
And that's always stuck with me, man.
I got you.
That helped accelerate me.
Really? So he's your dad? Your dad was believing in you. He was feeding life into you.
He was, yeah.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
You know, love the guy, man. I mean, great work ethic, wakes up at 4 a.m. every morning.
Did he play ball growing up too, or?
Basketball.
Okay, all right.
That's my guy.
So any other siblings in your family, they play sports?
Yeah, my youngest brother's on scholarship for basketball.
Is he? Where's he going?
Life College down in Georgia.
Nice, very good. So when you're going through, you know, you're going through the motions, oftentimes people see everybody in college playing on Saturday afternoons and pros on any given Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon or evening. What's the discipline like for somebody that doesn't see you outside of just Sunday afternoons?
Yeah.
In season and off season, right? So just a quick, you know, what the off season looks like, man. You want to get started on your training. I would train 5 days a week. I did my running 3 days a week. I did my lifts 3 days a week. I always took a day of recovery, and on that recovery day, you know, you're getting your massage in, your chiropractic, all that stuff, right? And you want to give yourself enough time to rest, because that's a big thing as well. During the season, professionally wise, you come in, you know, your day starts at 8:30, you get your lift in, you have meetings all day, you have lunch, more meetings, practice, more meetings after that. So you probably get home about 6 or 7 at night.
Let's talk about NFL contracts. Everybody sees these multi-million-dollar contracts and they think athletes, you know, like, well, what are they worried about? They're multi-millionaires. but they see the contract. Let's say somebody signs a $5 million, $10 million contract, but are they really getting paid $5 to $10 million bucks?
No, not at all. Uncle Sam's gonna get his cut. So whatever you see that contract come out to, you cut it in half. So
I got you.
Yeah, man.
So for example, we got Khalil Mack in Chicago. Everybody's was a $100 million contract.
Right.
So cut that in half.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm saying 50 mil. And then his agent's gonna get a piece of that too.
And plus there's incentives in there. He's gonna get closer and closer to maybe $100 mil. But he's got to meet those incentives.
Of course, really in the NFL, man, the only thing that's guaranteed is a signing bonus. And you have to meet certain incentives and alternatives to get all the money that you owe.
So even if you have a signing bonus up front to pay that up front money, but to get the rest of the signing bonus, is that at the end of the season or?
No, the signing bonus is all up front.
All up front,
But
okay.
the actual like salary, I mean, that comes with you playing games.
I got you. So, you know, in NFL, just like any professional sport, whether it be baseball, basketball, when is the conversation about proper financial management or even financial education or financial awareness brought up?
Like most jobs, and to bring somebody in, talk about your 401k, this, that, and the third. But I mean, unless you have somebody you've grown up with in your corner, man, you really don't know.
Because I know at the Rookie Symposium, they do talk about money. I think was it either Tony Dungy or what's the coach, the fiery coach? We played to win the game. What's his name again? Herm Edwards. So Herm Edwards was talking about, listen, okay, one girl, one house, one watch, right? Not multiple stuff,
Correct.
but that's at the Rookie Symposium.
Yeah.
But that may not be the reality when they get out of there.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, a lot of so you get that at the Rookie Symposium, right? But then nobody teaches you how to grow that money wisely, right? So even though you may be putting it away in a savings account, you're not really growing it, right? That's how I was. I wasn't the guy that was really flashy. I didn't get a lot of cars and stuff like that, but you know, I didn't really know how to grow my money. And I think that's the biggest issue.
Wow, so even as a professional football player in the NFL, you're still trying to figure it out on your own.
Absolutely.
You're YouTubing it.
Well, I mean, man, because you got to think, I mean, everybody wants a piece of it. You can't, who do you trust?
Yeah, so you're guarded. You're more defensive.
Yeah.
Not that you can't.
Right. You just got to kind of figure it out on your own.
So you listen to other players, what are they doing right, what are they doing wrong, watching the horror stories, looking for opportunities. How do you process that?
Honestly, man, in the league, I just put my money in a savings account because I didn't want to listen to players because guys get burned, and I didn't want to trust a financial advisor because they burn you too.
And they charge you fees.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
You can't listen to your family because they don't have that kind of expertise. So,
gotcha.
yeah, it's tough.
And athletes watching this right now, you know, in the Marine Corps, the natural transition out of the military is either you become a cop, you become a firefighter, or for the post office, or security guard, high-end security guard, you know, concealed carry and all that type of stuff, bodyguard type of work. What's a natural transition for an athlete? They get out of the league, what do they naturally do?
Most guys I see going to coaching, that's a big one. A lot of the pro guys do broadcasting.
Got it. So when you're looking at those professions, how many of them actually consider going into business for themselves?
A lot of them consider business, they just pick the wrong industry. A lot of them do food or you know, restaurant, this, that, and the third. But I think a lot of them want to be business owners, they just have to pick the correct mentors.
Yeah. So now you're here, you're an entrepreneur in the insurance industry. You're setting up shop here using the PHP agency business model. What intrigues you about entrepreneurship, specifically around this field of insurance and finance? What gets you?
I think a couple things. Number one, you have a product that everybody needs. And you have multiple products that you can dish out depending on the person, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. Number two, I mean, you get what you can get, out what you put in. There's no salary cap. I mean, it's really all on you what you want at the end of the day.
So you're seeing that competitive environment. You saw the locker room you're coming from in the NFL. Are you sensing that here with PHP Agency? Are you sensing a little bit about that vibe?
Yeah, every meeting. The first one I came to in Oakbrook,
Yeah.
Oakbrook office, man, I was jacked up, man. I mean, I just saw so many young people from different nationalities that were really excited, man, about making money and helping people. And I had never been around an environment like that. Even playing in the NFL, like that's entertainment, but this has a real value. You see real people that's really excited about it. It meant a lot to me.
So what's one thing that you would take from being a professional football player, right, that makes sense, transition that into business, entrepreneurship?
Competitiveness, because in this field, you have to feed yourself. And in the NFL, if you don't eat, somebody else will take your job. In this field, if you don't eat, there's no food on the table.
That's awesome, man. And by the way, we got something going on next Wednesday. It's pretty exciting, huh?
That's correct.
What's going on?
Big event going on in Atlanta, January 30th, 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. We got Champ Bailey, we got Rennie Curran, a lot of pro athletes, a former WNBA 2-time gold medalist, and it's an athlete networking event. We're going to have a combination of athletes and entrepreneurs basically coming together to network and just create different opportunities for each other.
And you're sponsoring that event.
That's correct. I'm sponsoring that event, and you know, my man Matt Sapaula here is also coming through to speak. I'm really excited about that. I'm hoping you give them a lot of wisdom, man, because they can need it.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'll pick your brain some more about how more detail I can be for that conversation. And that's what I love about this. I love the competitive drive too. You know, I miss that from the Marine Corps. I miss the brotherhood. You know, the brotherhood you have in the locker room. You know, the brotherhood we had in uniform, and be able to do that in business and create your team. What's, you know, as I wrap up, what's one, if you're going to build a team of these type of people, what qualities do you think they should have that makes you attractive to recruiting and working together with them and building a team not only just locally, regionally, but also nationally?
So one of the things that's inherent within all athletes is the competitiveness. So I know that's there. Now I just need the urgency, right? I need the guys to know, like, listen, what do you have your hands on? Like, this kind of opportunity doesn't come around that often. And so if that's understood, they'll take that competitiveness and they'll run 100 miles an hour with it.
Well, if you're watching this and you're competitive and urgent, make sure you reach out to DJ White. At the very least, drop your comment, drop your information here in the comment section below. And DJ, man, great conversation, man. I'm looking forward to seeing continue to develop. That's the belt for the top performer.
That's correct.
Good type of stuff.
Not giving it up anytime soon either.
Well, that being said, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. If you've been watching this on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe, hit notifications to be alerted the next time we upload our next video. And if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you click like to like our business page. I'm interested in what you have to say. Drop your comments below, questions, feedback. I want to know. So with that being said, on behalf of DJ White, I'm your money smart guy. And until we meet again, continue to live smart, continue to love smart, and be money smart today.